All right, we're rocking and rolling. So, hello, my name is Casey, and I am going to be your host tonight for all these incredible abs that we see right here. So, I know so often with cellular cleansing and superfoods and Isagenix, I think people think, oh, weight loss or, something. But this superfood Isagenix cellular cleansing thing is what these gentlemen have used to achieve these results. So I'm just going to kind of navigate, but I'm going to let them do all of it tonight, really, because we want to hear exactly from them. So the only thing that really qualifies me is that I'm just really good at doing the ab check. So I rub these abs. They're definitely not, airbrushed on. So I'm here to certify that just like our products, this is no compromised quality. So we are going to kick it off with our first one. Holy Hannah, here we have Mr. Eric Tillett. Eric, what? Share, like, what on earth? How did this happen? I mean, you just look absolutely incredible. Like, share your story with us, and then you can get into a little bit of details of maybe some of your favorite products.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me, Casey. I appreciate it. And I could talk about this stuff all day long. I absolutely love it. And it's been about 2.5 years now. And that first picture you saw me in my before, that was me finally at the end of my rope. That's the most unhealthy I'd ever been in my life. I've always loved nutrition, but I hit a plateau, hit a wall. I couldn't do any more what I was doing. I was eating chicken and spinach for lunch and breakfast and trying P90X, and it just wasn't working. And I'm a food addict, so I don't eat an Oreo. I eat a sleeve of Oreos, and I eat entire pizzas, and so. I had that, component about me that I knew I was fighting an uphill battle. So to find something sustainable like this, that's probably the best thing that I could ever say about Isagenix and what it's done for me is the sustainability of the health. The abs, the what you see, that's a result of the health that we're putting in our body. You can be skinny and unhealthy for sure, but this is about health. And when you put the right nutrition in your body, good things happen. So a friend of mine, I was looking for something, didn't know what. A friend of mine that I trusted said, hey, you need to talk to my wife. She knows how to help you out. And so I bought a value pack, and I bought my wife a value pack, and I bought stuff for my son, and we jumped all in. We knew we could get all our money back in 30 days. That's great, but I was ready for a change. And after about day 10 or day 14, I knew there was something special. The sky was bluer, the grass was greener. It's so hard to explain unless you've been there. And it was all about cleansing the cells, detoxing. It was after my second cleanse was when the magic really started happening. So I lost a bunch of weight the first month. I lost a lot of just excess fat that was there the first month without working out. So I did not go to the gym the first month at all. I wanted to focus on the nutrition and get back. Now, I did have some muscle memory on my body from working out my whole life. So there was muscle memory there. So when I did start to work out after day 30, I couldn't wait to get in the gym. That's when I'd said, I'm going to do another 30 days exactly like I did. So can go on to day 60, and I had incorporated some working out. I honestly went to Men's Fitness and Googled men's beginner workouts. I wanted to start scratch like I'd never done anything before. And that was what I did. I followed the program, started to work on the joints. I'm 45, so the older we get, the more wear and tear we're going to put on our bodies too. I wanted to make sure I stayed healthy during this. And so I started just some real simple workouts, waking the joints and the muscles back up. After day 60, I was back in full force. I started then introducing some of the amped products that they had already had. I was totally in love. I was sold. I knew I was going to be putting this stuff into my body for the rest of my life, and started getting back to some of my original workout routines where I'd be putting a couple muscle groups per day, lifting heavy for growth, 6 to 8 reps for growth. And then when you're wanting to give your joints a break and get more cut, go to the 12 to 15 rep. But it was all about the nutrition. We hear it all the time. It's 80% nutrition, 20% workout. And that's so true. How many guys and girls do you see in the gym for 5 years, busting it, working so hard in the gym? They're killing it. And they look exactly the same for 5 years. They haven't changed anything. because they haven't changed the 80%. So they're putting 100% into the 20 and nothing into the 80. When you get your nutrition right, you can sit your butt home half the time and go to the gym half the time, promise. So love the gym, and you got to, obviously, to build muscle, you need to. I know, Casey, you asked about cardio. I am so guilty of not doing enough cardio. Cardio is great for the heart and lungs, and we need it, but bad for muscle and fat loss. Everyone thinks fat loss, cardio. No, you can't outrun a bad diet. And so, but we need to incorporate both. You know, we really do. And so I'm guilty, but I was on the muscle gain thing, and I have been for a long time, and that's what I've loved to do. And, you know, it just kept getting better and better and better. And from the pictures that you see, it's only 10 pounds of muscle. It took me a year to gain 10 pounds of lean muscle. But I didn't want to I didn't want to put on any fat. I wanted to stay as lean as possible throughout that. So you can gain muscle quicker. I do believe that. But my diet is good foods and all Isagenix, and incorporated with the nutritional cleansing allows me to still be that food addict that I am once in a while, and can still get rid of all that garbage.
The great equalizer, I like to call it. You know, the cellular cleansing is just that great equalizer. I mean, Eric, you look absolutely amazing. And I know you have just a whole family thing, you know, that you shared it. And you definitely then introduced some other family members, not just your wife. And so, yeah, we have another share, you guys. I mean, Eric, sustainability, that's so key, right? Instead of like these fad things or this, I think you look at, you know, Isagenix and you think, oh, it's this 30-day program. That's what I thought when I got started. Oh, I'm going to do this thing for 30 days, give myself a jump start. But after you did that 30 days and then just, you know, rocking it on, and I mean, you cannot deny these results. And I think that that's something that, you know, we think about how many people are on those treadmills and they're trying to get ripped, and you're like, oh. So awesome share, brother. If you want to jump in with any other nuggets throughout these shares, feel free to jump back on and share anything with us, or questions or guidance. But love that word sustainability. And here's another hottie of Eric, and who introduced this gentleman, Mr. Craig. So Craig, share your story with us. How on earth is this happening again?
Well, yeah, that's actually I'm the second of the three. So I have a twin. So Chris, he actually started before me without me knowing. Eric had told us both about it, and I was doing my thing. I thought I was good. I've always been a smaller guy, and my wife and I were like, well, that's not what I need. I'm always in the gym. I'm good. No problem. So I saw Chris's results afterwards. I knew Eric. It worked for Eric. Eric was always a clean eater. He'd bring his own chicken over to my mom. So I was like, all right, we have a little bit different style. So when I saw my twin, Chris, I called him right up. I was like, what the heck, man? And he was like, man, I feel better than I look. I'm more clear-headed. And that's why I was like, all right, I'm doing it. So that before picture you see on the left, that said, my wife and I were actually laughing while we were taking that, saying, what, I'm going on a diet? Like I said, I've always been skinny, and never thought I needed this, but I was starting for a different reason. And Eric had just said, dude, you're going to kill this. You're going to shrink wrap. And all I just remember him saying that and said, well, shit, I better shrink wrap, or he's going to be, I'm not going to do what my brothers think I can do so well. So I called BS on him. I said, you know what? I'm not changing a thing. I'm doing, instead of not working out. Yeah, that's, yeah. Yeah. And I'm so unorganized. I'm an artist. I just said, I'm doing what I've done, and I'm going to just let it be. And so I started the products, and sure enough, I started feeling like I was losing too much weight. And I actually have a lot of people say that. A lot of bigger guys are like, oh, I feel like I'm losing weight. And I'm looking at him saying, dude, that's the inflammation. So if you see even my face, the weight loss and the shrink wrapping and everything was just working. And I thought I was losing too much weight, but it turned out it was all that inflammation that was in my body. I lost my wedding ring at the middle of last year in spring, and my shoes fit different. And that's not fat, that's inflammation. So that was, I'm a really big, I've been in agriculture. I'm a big nutrition freak. I'm learning all about microbiome, and which is another amazing thing about these products, but I could go forever in that direction. But for performance wise, it was about the, putting not just these nutritional shakes in me, but the protein in them, the quality protein. I hear all the time the guys at the gym, oh, I got this big tube at Sam's. It's cost me like nothing, and it tastes good. And I'm sitting there like that's not the point. And so they're taking these half-ass protein shakes and thinking it says protein, it's going to work for them. And like Eric said, they're spinning their wheels. They're doing exactly what I did for 20 years. What you see on the left was 20 years of me working out, doing whatever I could, eating right, everything. And then I just said, all right, I'm going to try this out. I'm going to call BS. I'm going to do exactly what I've always done, and let's see what happens. And that middle one was before 16 weeks. I mean, I had a transformation way before the full 16 weeks. It was like a few weeks. I was already seeing it. I remember video recording myself saying, I got to share this with people. This is insane. So it's just been amazing for my workouts. What we're doing now, I guess I'll go into cardio. I'm like Eric. I don't do that much cardio. My cardio is I'll do supersetting. So I'll do opposing muscle group, supersetting. That's my cardio. And that's how if I ever feel like I need more, then sure, I'll do more. But I started this program, and I remember taking my first run in years, and I was all gung-ho. I'm like, all right, I'm going to run. This is it. I got to slim down like my brothers think I'm going to do. And I did one run, and I never did it again. I don't know. It felt good, but that just wasn't for me. I just go ahead.
Great. Like, so, you were for 20 years, you were talking about like doing things right. So for somebody who's like, hey, look, man, I do my, post protein, or I eat a ton of protein. I'm eating a ton of chicken. I'm eating whole foods. All I need is whole foods. I don't need some system or program or Isagenix or this type of protein or minerals. Like, what's just knowing kind of what you know about nutrition and then getting those results, with doing the right thing for 20 years. Like, can you just touch on that for a second?
Well, yeah, you'd think it's common sense, right? It's, you put good quality food in you and good protein, and, your body releases all those toxins. And, a big thing about what the research behind this is the protein and the protein pacing. So it wasn't, sure, I was doing a protein shake after I worked out. Great. And then I was eating sandwiches because I wanted to keep bulking up. And so I was always about staying bulky because I've always been a thin guy. But when I incorporated this quality protein, and then with that protein pacing, which is putting in your body at least 4 times a day throughout the day, 24 to 36 grams of protein each time, that it's just, the sky's the limit. You feel like it's building. Like, I used to have a tricep. Well, now I have it's extended up my arm. It's like I never knew your tricep could get bigger that way. So it's amazing how when you're putting the right protein in your body and the right nutrients, but more importantly than just the right nutrients, you're not putting the herbicides, pesticides, all that stuff that you're used to putting in your body, that your body's constantly fighting, inflaming your body and working against your muscle growth. Actually, I mean, that's just like the cleansing. When you cleanse, it helps with muscle growth, not just the protein.
Too, and I think about all the things, and you look at ingredients on things and all like the artificial sweeteners or that are in like, pre or post workouts and stuff too. And you're thinking like, feeding your muscles with chemicals too, and just like how pure and clean Isagenix products are. I mean, the more you dig into Isagenix products, like the better they get. And I mean, really, you don't even need a testimony on that. All you got to do is like show a picture here. I mean, I don't just see like you got like 1,000 triceps up on those arms. So oh, I love your story, Craig. I mean, it just goes to show, and you couldn't let your big brother be right, though. Darn it, you were going to prove him wrong.
That's right.
How much did you say that you changed too? Like you're working out, like in your first 3 days, you just kept your workout pretty much the same, and just were adding the nutrition.
Yeah. So what I did, just added nutrition, kept my normal 4 to 5 day workout. An hour at the gym, no cardio, except for my, supersetting does give you cardio. It depends how much you want to increase the heart rate. But no, just, I don't, even now, I don't spend a ton of time in the gym. I keep it at that hour. I get in, I get out, I do my opposing muscle groups, or if I want to work on something specific, I'll do it that day. And I've graduated from, and I did it pretty soon. I think it was the 3rd month I went to the Isagenix Pro, which is the extra, it's 36 grams of protein rather than the 24. That I felt that, I was ready for that extra kick, and it was like perfect timing. So it's fun. You feel when you see your body changing, and you get to massage it and sculpt it the way you feel it inside. That's when it gets fun, because you can actually, you're almost like the gym rats or Arnold. When they're in there, they're watching their muscles. They're predicting what part they're gonna work on next, and they can see it forming. And you don't get like that when you look like me on the left. You feel the muscle. You feel like you're fit. But when you see these muscles, everything's shrink wrapped around them, you actually see them working. It's so much easier. Like I'm an artist, so I visualize, and I'm just visualizing my muscles growing and the protein working, and all the bad shit out of me and all the good stuff in me. It is game changing, especially for, we're not workout guys. We're not like Albie Shepherd. We're not, professional athletes, and we're just regular guys that thought we were doing the same thing. And like Eric said, I see the guys in the gym. They look like I used to. They're in there. I've seen them for years and a decade. I've seen these guys for a decade in there, and they all look the same. They look worse, and they're doing the same thing over and over again. And I just want to shake them and say, look, just try it. You can try it. No risk free. Just do it. Okay. Yeah, maybe I will. All right.
Well, it took you happen to see your own daggone twin, right? I'm sure Eric was wanting to like shake your head. So, Craig, man.
He's calmer than I am.
Such a great share, man. And that's just the thing too. It's like when and that's why, if you're checking this out, why the person who is possibly maybe like annoyingly like, put this in your body, just give it a chance, just try it. It's because once you experience it and you get cleansed from the inside out, and there's so many things that people can read or watch too, as far as like that inflammation that happens in the body and how all of that's happening. But I love your analogy just of the shrink wrapping. Eric, I know you're just sitting there like, yes, you finally did it, and you've just extended this health to your family. My gosh, like that's what's so great about, guys, Isagenix, and being able to share this, with your family. And Craig or Eric, guys, jump in if you feel is when Albie's doing his share. But if you guys have not seen Albie and you're in Isagenix, you're living under a rock somewhere, because Albie was our IsaBody champion for us, and his a big inspiration of his is on here too, Mr. Jeff Beebe, that we're going to hear of. So Jeff, you've just trickled down so many muscles throughout the Isagenix community. So Albie, brother, share with us, and I just, the relationships that you get to meet in this show is so amazing, of all these incredible athletes in here. But tell us about your greatness.
All right. Well, hey, listen, so thanks, Casey, for having me on. Great shares, Eric. Great shares, Craig. I mean, you guys inspire me so much, man. I've been watching you from the beginning because we came on a lot. Eric, I know we came on at the same time. So I've watched your whole journey as well. So, whoa, light, shiny light. And then, of course, Craig, you got on there, shortly thereafter, and you guys both killed it. So it's been a pleasure watching you guys just get ripped, absolutely. And same with your brother, Chris. I mean, all you guys are amazing. Jeff down there below here, he's on my screen. You're at the bottom down here, man. You're my inspiration, buddy. I mean, you're one of the many. There's many inspirations within this company, and Jeff was one of my first ones. But to just give you a background on me, as you can see that jersey behind me, I was a pro athlete. I was a baseball player. I played with the Baltimore Orioles, a first-round draft pick. I grew up an athlete, so that was my thing, man. I grew up, wanted to be a pro athlete from the age of 12. Played, got a full scholarship to the University of Nebraska. From there, played 3 years and got drafted in the first round. So got my wishes came true with the hard work with the Orioles, and my career was going. It was starting off, and I was climbing the ladder pretty quickly with the Orioles. My second year with the Orioles system, I ended up getting an injury. It kind of came out of nowhere. I got hit with a ball in the back, and things just didn't really work out. I ended up having to have surgery, and it just spiraled out of control. I went to 2 more teams, the Angels and the Mets, and it was it. I had to call it quits. So as a lot of you already know, I went downhill pretty fast for a while there, had some problems with some alcohol, some drugs, and it's really got out of sorts. But I found my way. The Lord gave me my second chance, and I really took it, all the way. I said, you know what, I'm going to take my life back. And I started taking care of myself again. Well, that's where, eating clean and getting exercise started happening for me again. As a pro athlete, that we were at the field all day. As a baseball player, you're at the field, a pro baseball player, you're at the field from pretty much 1 p.m. and you don't leave until about 11 p.m. And we're always busy. We don't play until 7, so we're doing our pregame all the way up till 7. So, eating and all that stuff is a big part of that. But I wish I had this when I played. I'll tell you that right now. I didn't, but that's why I'm so adamant about these athletes nowadays jumping on board, because it's such a huge part of being a peak performer. I started taking care of myself again. I started eating what I thought was clean. And, I got about 8 months went by after my surgery, and I stalled out. So a buddy of mine with the Orioles, name was Darren Hooper, a great friend of mine, and we were road buddies. We used to go out all the time in spring training and hang out. And him and his girlfriend reached out to me because they saw me on Facebook, talking about, my gym, Yes You Can and all that. And they saw the whole thing, from the beginning. And this was before I ever joined Isagenix. And so they pretty much came with me to saying, listen, you should jump on board our team. Your goals are going to get met quickly with this. And of course, I was a skeptic. I'm like, I'm just getting off some bad habits. I'm going to go ahead and do what I got to do first. And if I get stuck, I'll give you a call. So I got stuck about 8 months in. I lost 40 pounds or so on my own. So I went from 307 pounds back down to 267. I still had a ways to go, though. I was nowhere near my goal. And so when I decided to jump on Isagenix, it was for weight loss. I needed to lose, I thought, 25 more pounds because I wanted to get to 240, which is what I played pro ball at. Well, 240 when I played pro ball was 240 in muscle. I was 10% body fat or so throughout some periods of my pro career. There was other times I was maybe more like 15. But it was good, really good. So when I got back down to 240 with Isagenix, I was like, no, that's not where I want to be. And, I was using the isolene shakes at the time. I was doing the 2-day cleanses, and it was working really well. I lost 31 pounds really quickly. And I was still far away from my goal. I needed to lose more weight. So I went ahead and kept going with the isolene shakes and the cleansing and the whole system. I got down to 223, which is what I weighed in high school. And you can see, I think that picture might be in there. Yeah, the 223, that middle picture, that's what I looked like in high school pretty much. I mean, I have no chest there. I'm extremely proud of that right there. Cause I mean, that picture on the left of that wall is when I was 307 pounds. So my journey has been incredible. And I'm very, very grateful for a lot of people, my family for sticking with me. For people that supported me along the way, and the Isagenix community has been nothing short of amazing. And these products are incredible. I mean, I got down to 223. I think I was probably, who knows how much my body fat was there, but it was under 10 for sure. There's no meat on my bones at that point. But that's when I started taking the Amped series performance products. Amped came out right when I finished my cut with my weight. And so that was when I started packing on the muscle. And it's incredible how, like the other gentleman said, putting quality protein in your body is so important. People miss the boat. I mean, people are taking all these, the proteins that have sucralose and all these other fillers in it. And it's a shame because they don't know any better. You don't know what you don't know. Well, ours don't have any of that. Isagenix, IsoPro. My favorite product is IsoPro. I love this product more than anything because it absolutely changes the game for me. I like the other guys, and you'll hear from Jeff here after me. I started off wanting to get ripped. I wanted to get ripped. I wanted to, after I lost that weight, I wanted to start putting on muscle and be ripped, just like the gentleman before. And so, I started adding these Amp products to my daily routine, which the Amped Power is what I started with because that's what we had first. And then, of course, the Amp Knox, the Amped Recover, those things came out. I mean, unbelievable how fast my body started putting on muscle. In the last 2 years, I am sitting here right now on this seat. We're talking to you all at 284, and I'm at about 10% body fat right now. And so it's just incredible going from 307 to 223, and now I'm back up to 284, and it's muscle, and it's because of these Isagenix products. I put them in my body every single day without question. I eat a lot of food. Now, like these gentlemen here, if you're trying to put on muscle, you have to feed the beast. And I eat like a horse. And some people think that, these guys don't eat. Man, if you couldn't eat what I eat. Most people couldn't eat what I eat. They would be like, how do you eat that much? And it's because I have my particular goals are muscle gain goals. I'm putting on size. Right, that 275 is a pretty lean 275. Right now, I'm a little less lean than that. That's probably more like 9% or 8% right there. But I'm about 284, so I'm about 9 pounds heavier than that right now. And I'm definitely, I'm feeling amazing. I mean, when I'm in the gym, I'm pushing through reps. I'm absolutely hitting marks. I'm 43 years young, and I'm pushing weight more than some of these 21-year-olds are doing, a lot more. And that's something to do with this study right here with Skidmore College. That's an incredible study. I mean, look at those numbers. I mean, think about this. Let me get down here. Scroll. I can't see the bottom one. It's let me see if I can pick this up some. The 2 times more upper body strength. I could speak to that big time because when I played pro ball, we didn't really do a lot of upper body chest stuff because we wanted to stay. I was a pitcher, so we wanted to stay, not too bulky in the chest, and we had to have that, noodle arm. We had to be able to, have that quick explosion. Well, I lifted. We lifted during pro ball, obviously, but my maximum, what we would do would be maybe 250, maybe. And that was the most we did. So I never really pushed it. That wasn't what we did. So when I started working out again, 250, when I was not working out again, but when I started using these Amp products and when I was about 250, when I won the IsoBody Challenge, I started upping the game. My new goals were to gain a massive amount of muscle, a massive amount. I didn't want to be cut anymore. I wanted to be massive and then cut down to a nice, physique. And so being massive means you got to eat a lot. So I was crushing some food, about, I was up to 8,000 calories a day, which is absolutely asinine because I didn't enjoy it at all. I really didn't. I didn't feel that good. Even though I was taking these products every day, that just proved to me how crappy the stuff is in our food. I mean, I was eating clean too. I mean, I wasn't eating all dirty. I mean, I had some dirty meals. Don't get me wrong. There were some hamburgers and hot dogs and fries in there. Don't get me wrong. Some pizzas. All right, but there was mostly healthy, lean meats. And so I just didn't feel my best, overall health during that bulking phase of 8,000 calories. So now I'm back down to a normal, for me, about 3,200 calories a day, which is, for me, that's where I want to be right now. Putting on the muscle has been very easy for me because when I'm pushing weights in the gym, this Amp Nitro that we just came out here, this is an absolute game changer. My muscle pump is incredible. I feel like I have bowling balls in my biceps whenever I'm doing my bicep curls and stuff. I mean, the other guys know what I'm saying. I mean, it's absolutely just pouring that blood into your muscle, and I feel just alive and just on fire when I'm doing my workouts. Without the raciness that some of this other stuff has, and that's important. Some of these people think that I don't know these people, but some people think that you have to have this like heart beating out of your chest to feel that this is working. That's terrible. You think about that for a second. If you feel like your heart's beating out of your chest, you should not be taking that. Okay, and so that's something that our products are clean, and they're giving you that same muscle, the better muscle, growth than what you're looking at for other ones that are stimulating your heart and all this stuff. So I love the way our products work. So 2 times more upper body strength. Okay, that's one. So when I was doing my chest workout, I ended up getting, I do the Smith machine because my shoulders are shot from baseball, but I was up to 537.5 pounds doing decline bench. I'm 43 years old. Okay, I don't feel 43, but I'm 43 and I'm pumping 537 pounds, 2 or 3 reps. That's absolutely crazy. And that's not for everybody. I know that not everybody's looking to push that kind of weight, but I am. And that's why I love these products more than anything, because it's allowing me to do that without feeling like I'm like hurting myself. I mean, I'm feeling great. It just really gets me to that next level I'm looking for. And the 14 times more lower body explosive strength. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not working my legs like I need to be. I'm an upper body guy. I like biceps and back and chest. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm crushing leg stuff. There you go. Eric can speak to that. But the studies, these are studies that are scientifically backed. Dr. Paul Arciero is incredible. Think about that: 14 times more lower body explosive power. Think about all you athletes out there that are playing sports. It starts at your base. If you're an athlete, 14 times more lower body explosive power, get out of here. If you don't see that and jump on this program and jump on these performance products, you're not a serious athlete. Because if you don't see these studies and absolutely say, I want to be a part of that, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. 14 times more. And I can't see the one after that because my screen is not allowing me to. It's a little bit lower.
It's lower back, Albie, as your upper your chest and back. So 3 times more lower back and hamstring muscle flexibility. So right. Eric, do you want to touch a little bit on the explosive of the legs? I unmuted you. Do you want to touch any on that? Any changes that you've seen? Are you unmuted? Eric? Yeah.
I'm sorry, you asked me, Casey?
Yeah. As far as with your workouts.
Oh my gosh. It's incredible. So I did a little test. I've always loved the power and the e-shot. So I'm an e-shot addict and always will be. I'm not even going to go for help on that. I love my addiction. And I love the taste of power. So I had been using the power and the e-shot for my pre-workout, and it was great. It was awesome. My numbers, I write everything down. Numbers were great. Nitro came out. I tried it. Everything was kicking just the same. So it was great. And I feel like it's because I did both numbers. I did just Nitro, and I went back to power e-shot, trying them both. They're all great. I think it's a personal preference. You're going to get the great. I've heard some awesome. I mean, the Nitro, the guys have been looking for it, really looking for this this product that they put out, and that's why they went and they put it out. But what's great about Isagenix is everybody's different. Everybody's tastes are different, and their desires are different. It's gonna fit into your lifestyle where you need. But the workouts, I don't care which you choose, it will take you to levels you've never been before. You will push. If last week you did 4, I'm telling you, you're gonna get 5 the next week, and then you're gonna have to bump up the weight, and you will make your incremental increases week to week, regardless. It's insane.
Yeah, and that's exactly it too. Because when I was doing my maxing with my upper body, I was doing I remember when I was doing 350, and I was like, holy crap, I'm doing 350. All right. And next thing you know, I was doing 385, and I'm doing more reps than I was doing at 350. And then I went up to 400, and I'm like, mind blown. 400? Are you kidding me? And I did 2 or 3 reps there. And the next week I went to 405, 5 pounds, and I did same amount of reps from that. And next thing you know, I just kept going. I mean, it was week to week to week, and I got up to 537 and a half. And it was just boom, 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 and just kept climbing. And I'm like, when is this going to stop? I don't know when it's going to stop. I didn't want it to. I was like, this is kind of cool. And so that's incredible that it just kept climbing. And I was doing even more reps. Just incredible. And what I will say is all of this weightlifting that I do and you do and people that are doing on this program, the amped recover for me is a absolute must. I have to have that. I mean, all of us. I mean, if you're putting the time in the gym, amped recover is so necessary. The branched chain amino acids are going to help recovery. If you're playing sports, you should be on that recovery, amped recover after games. There you go. That's up there on the top right there below the IsoBody Challenge sign. That product is a must. I mean, if you're being a former pro athlete, baseball player, I mean, it's 162 games in a season, and that's if you don't make the playoffs. And then you only have a day off here and there, 2 days off here and there. That right there, for at least I know for all athletes, but for baseball players, that's absolutely huge. And so that's something that I really recommend for all athletes, no matter if you're baseball, football, basketball, hockey, soccer. I mean, we have pro athletes in all those sports that are on our team.
Just training, even weight training.
Yeah. That's definitely, for sure. Just training. Not everybody's a pro athlete. Okay. So we understand that. This can be weekend warriors. This is anything that if you're working out and you're putting time in the gym, if you're sore, you need something to help with that. I have not been sore. I haven't been sore. And I've been pushing weight like I just told you. I don't get sore. I get that good tightness. It's not sore, though. And that's because of Amped Recover and these other products, IsoPro and everything else. So, yeah, I'm just loving this whole program. Absolutely amazed by it. And you guys will, too. So I'll leave it to Jeff here.
Albie, we love you so much. Just like an IsoBody Challenge, and you've just inspired so many, and just your whole journey. And you think about that though. If you're putting time in the gym, that so many people are, like, what are you doing outside of the gym? And I'm gonna let this ripped gentleman here, who I know inspired you a ton. He is relentless with following a system a certain way and knows exactly what to do to get certain results. And this is his beautiful wife, Debbie. And I'm just going to let you kind of just share your story, and then break it down for us too, like as far as with the value pack, and then kind of how, with getting started, that you would recommend for somebody who's really looking to achieve these kind of results, and just getting started, too, with the cleanse and the shakes and the ionics, and then the higher protein, and then, some of the AMP products, but then, what phase you're in.
Beautiful. Hey, thank you for having me, Casey. And Casey's been with us since the very beginning of our journey. This girl's seen my whole journey. So from my health to my wealth. So I appreciate you, girl,
from his skepticism.
Yeah. Just to let you guys know, I was a huge skeptic at this whole thing. And when I first jumped, and my wife jumped on this about a little over 5 years ago, and for a whole year, I said no. And I used to fight competitively. I've been in the film industry was in the film industry for over 36 years. And I blew up. I went from 200 pounds to I was a 34-inch waist. I went up to about 250 something pounds with a little over a 38-inch waist, almost hitting a 40. And a light switch went off at that point. My wife decided to do this as a business. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to be here to support her. And it was an excuse for me to get out of my own way. And I jumped on it. For that whole year, I told her, no, I can do this myself. I don't need that. And I tried, and it just got worse for me. I'm 50. I'll be 58 this July. So I'm 57 years old. And I jumped on, and my head spun. I went from a 38-inch waist to a 31-inch waist to 190 pounds in the best shape of my life. And this is better shape than I used to be when I fought competitively and had fun. And I realized this product works so good. And what I did what's called a value pack now. I just told her, give me the box you're getting, everybody else is having this success. I'm seeing all these. I went to an event just to support her, and I wouldn't even go in the event, out by the pool. And one of Carlotta Davis grabbed me by the ear and drug me in, and I saw all these guys having these results that were incredible. So I was in my transformation part, and so my belief went through the roof in this product. And seeing the science behind it, you see what we have now as clinicals. And just so you guys know that are on this Zoom, those clinicals are powerful, because there's no other company out there that I know of that challenged the Heart and Healthy Diet and did a year-long study. Because when you got a multi-billion-dollar company like Isagenix is, most people won't take that risk because it could bankrupt them. We did a year-long study against the Heart and Healthy Diet, and the numbers are proof. Hitting visceral fat, 57%, gaining and maintaining lean muscle as they lose it. So we're rated higher than the Heart and Healthy Diet. That's what the doctor says. Now that's in weight loss. Now we have this whole AMP line. And so anyways, I jumped on this program and I did what's called the value pack now. There was the President's Pack back then, but I just wanted to do what everybody else was having this success. And I wanted to do everything synergistically together, this middle pack right here. I highly recommend the Ultimate Pack, especially if you're going to do this for a while, because you're going to get everything. I mean, you're going to get so much product, and you're doing it anyway, so you might as well do the Ultimate Pack. I wish I would have at the beginning. But I did the value pack. I wanted to work my body synergistically together. So the whole thing is with the value pack, you're getting all your vitamins morning and night. And all your vitamins are important, especially when you get my age too. You know, I'm almost 58 years old. All the fish oils and omegas, they're pharmaceutical grade. All our stuff is third-party checked. So the science is behind everything. And then you're going to get all your Onyx Supreme. Onyx Supreme is plant-based adaptogens that helps you handle stress, ups your libido. Who wouldn't want that as a guy? You know, you want it. You want something to help you with stress. And it's excellent for you. And then with your shakes, you know, the Isoline shakes, the Isoline Pro shakes, but you're getting everything you need in this. You're also getting greens. What do greens do? Greens oxygenate your bloodstream. As someone that wants to lift and bodybuild, that's important. And being at an age, you want to oxygenate your blood. You want to get your blood to the muscles faster. You want to get the blood to the heart. And so it's so important to realize what you're doing when you're doing something synergistically together, your whole body. So the greens are included in this. Your protein chips, if you're going to have a snack, why not have something that's gluten-free and soy-free and 10 grams of protein? Your bars are 18 grams of protein. Now we have the bars, we have the AMP line bars that are 28 grams of protein. I think it's the highest protein bar out there. So, you know, I want to do something synergistically together. It comes with your e-shots. It comes with Isodelight chocolates for your cleanse days. So this is what I recommend for everybody. If you're going to do something, do it right. Everything Isagenix has will work.
And you know what? I want to go back into just the study. It was a third party, few third party peer review studies. So it wasn't even the company that was paying for this to be. Well, they were paying for it to be done from a third party. That's why, like Jeff said, their neck was on the line, because once you say that, once you do that, they publish it regardless if you like that or not. And right. The one thing that I just really stood out was, the average weight loss was, I believe, 25 pounds. But what's crazy is they weren't allowed to do any type of exercise during this process for the first, I believe, 60 days. And there was in 90 days, and there was an average increase of muscle mass, of lean muscle mass at 9% without working out. And when I heard that, I'm like, that just doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, it doesn't. So it shows what just putting in the right products, right, the right nutrients in your body, the right protein can do, even if you're not, say, hitting the gym all the time. Like, oh, you have to work out. Well, yeah, you should be. You should be exercising. But that was just something that's always stuck in my head.
Well, I'm glad you shared that. Anyway. Let me get back on track here.
Sorry.
That's all right. So basically, it's so important to do everything synergistically together. And I want to hit on one thing. Protein pacing is key. You heard all these guys. Now, all these guys are a lot younger than me. And when you want to get results, you have the picture of in the bathroom, me standing in the bathroom. No, not those. So you want to get results and you want to get ripped. You have to protein pace. And this is a system that makes life easy. So if you want to be somebody, bodybuilders have to, and I talk to a lot of them, they have to food prep all day long to get their proteins and fats and carbs correct. This is a system that when you take an Isoline Pro shake, you're getting 40% carbs, 30% proteins, and 30% fats. It's a perfect balance to burn fat and to gain muscle at the same time. And it makes it convenient for you. I mean, here's what my day looks like. Basically, I'm getting up in the morning. I'm having my Onyx Supreme. I'm having a shake in the morning. I am completely full. I go to the gym. I work out. I have Isopro right after I work out. Now, that's 2 hours. Every 2 hours, your body will consume 40 grams of protein. So I'm going to have 40 more grams of just straight protein. I'm going to come home and have a snack. I might have egg whites. I might have a hard-boiled egg. I might have something that's protein-based. I'm getting enough carbs in my shake. And then I'm going to have a nice protein-based lunch. Like I'm going to have dinner tonight, but I'm having a filet mignon. I'm going to have some asparagus and stuff like that, high in amino acids, but I'm going to eat a good, balanced, clean meal. And then afterwards, I'm going to have a snack, and I'm going to have a shake for dinner, and I'm going to have Isopro before I go to bed. It's all about protein pacing and making it convenient for yourself. And if you had to food prep that every day, you'd be spending most of your time in the kitchen food prepping all the time. And it's so important to, when guys, this is real important for us guys that are on this call to listen to this. You hold belly fat. That is the most dangerous fat you have. And your cortisol levels are extremely high. Your HGH levels are in the dirt, and your testosterone's in the dirt. I don't care what you say. It's in the dirt. By doing this, protein pacing and doing cleanses, like everybody says, and here, pointing at me, I was a big skeptic. I told my wife I'd do this thing, but I ain't doing that cleanse thing. And I still drop massive weight. But when I cleanse, when I talk to a couple pro athletes and people on Isagenix, and they're going, listen, you're not cleansing. When you cleanse properly, it takes your cortisol levels and drops them drastically. It takes your HGH levels and raises them up 2,000% in men and 1,300 in women. So it's real important. So when you cleanse, you're getting those HGH levels up. And the next day, when you flood it with the right proteins and the right clean food, you're going to see massive gains. So that's sort of where it's at on recommending the right system. And it's not about when people go, hey, people will call me and say, hey, can you order me a couple shakes? I say, nope. I said, you're not going to be my first failure. Because everything, if you want to succeed in anything, you got to do a system. And a system synergistically works together. So I highly recommend this. Isagenix is so gracious, and they believe in their product so much. They offer 100% money-back guarantee. So I tell people, listen, you don't have nothing to lose. You can sit and run your mouth all day long and say whatever you want to say. Our results speak for themselves. And to look at where our company's at. We're in 15 different countries around the world, and there's only a reason why we're in 15 different countries, because our product is clean. All our proteins come from New Zealand. It's the #1 cleanest country in the world. Our food is nutritionally deprived here, mineral deficient. So you got to substitute. You got to realize where we are in life. And if you want to have great results, you have to stay focused on flooding your body with good nutrition. And this is a simple system. This is good for kids. This is good for a 90-year-old, 100-year-old person. This is good for teenagers, athletes, and hitting the amp line. I do the whole amp line. So backing up to my workout, getting up, eating what I eat. Right before my workout, Before I leave the house, I take a scoop of our new nitro. Before I do, and then I take a Ziploc baggie, I take 2 scoops of Isopro, the straight protein. Isolean, whenever it says lean, it means 40, 30, 30. That's your meal replacement. This is just straight protein. So immediately after your workout, you have a half-hour window to get your protein in. So I take the amped nitro, creatine, L-carnitine, everything blended. I'm going to go hit it hard. Right afterwards, I take the Pro, well, along with recovery, 2 scoops of recovery, which is 2 scoops of more branched chain amino acids you're getting in your whey protein. So then I'm set. And also backing up, and I don't see a picture of it, but Knox. Knox is real important. It's beet, celery, and spinach extract. So it's flooding your body with oxygen, getting the right vegetables and everything, but vegetables create, green leafy vegetables create oxygen in your bloodstream. Disease can't live in an oxygenated body, so that's another reason you should do all this. But that's about it. And I'll tell you what, guys, if you're a skeptic like I was, don't be. I highly recommend you reach out to all these guys, whatever, I call them grasshoppers because they're all a lot younger than me. And but reach out to whoever sent you here and just jump. Isagenix will back up everything they do, and I highly recommend it. I have a passion. This company has retired me 12 and a half years early from a business that I was dying in, the film industry, the hours we put in, the stress of where I was. I'm so grateful for this company that someone can't come in a 3-foot radius of me without me wanting to grab them and say, look what it's done for me and thousands of people under us. And Casey's been just a pillar to us since day one. And I just thank you so much, Casey, for always being there. And being a nurse, when I met her first and watched her, just talking about this product, being a nurse and who she is, being in the health profession, it sort of hit me hard. I'm thinking, wait a second, I'm getting older. My health is bad. I got to listen to this woman. I got to listen to Jennifer Trinkner. I got to listen to my wife, Debbie Beebe, right now. I got to listen to these women right now to tell me to get my crap and get myself in order. And now I'm so thankful because I get to share this throughout the world, and I get to live the life that I want, and I get to change people's bodies and bank accounts for a living. It's so cool.
It is so cool, you guys. Look at all your shares and story. I could just talk to you guys all night long, honestly, about how you each do it. But it's like you said though, Jeff. I mean, it's simple, And Eric, you kicked it off with sustainability, and Craig, I've never really even thought about that, Craig, as far as like how you really are on the line. Like once you put it out there, regardless of what the results are, like that's the belief in the Isagenix products. And Albie, just all that muscle that you've put on. You guys, you think about that. And I was a nurse for kids with cancer, when I found Isagenix, and here I was, throwing away my health. And I didn't know about all the GMOs, herbicides, pesticides, but, I say like, put it to the true test, all the science is there, it's backed, but, my whole thing is, open your mouth and pour it in and just follow the system, right? And the rest will do its part. Isagenix will do its part. And if you really break it down, cost per day, I can't believe how cheap Isagenix is, honestly, like breaking it down cost per day. And it's meal replacements, it's reallocation. And with 30 days money back guarantee, it's like, the biggest thing is, you eat some free food for 30 days. And right now I know it's free shipping on the value pack through this week. So that's exciting too. So thank you all so much for sharing, you guys. Just get that with the person, who invited you to view this information, and, just do what Craig did and, try to prove his big brother wrong. Right. And, any other tips that you guys want to shout out?
I just want to say, guys, you will save, you hear us talking about all this, the extra amped and all the extra stuff. That wasn't around. You see my transformation, and you see a lot of these, Albie hit on it. This other product wasn't around. This transformation happened with just the system. And the system just follow it. It's have a shake in the morning, have a nice lunch, and have a shake at night, have a snack in between, and you're good. You don't even need to go to the gym. I tell people that reach out to me, I say, listen, save your gym membership first. Get on the product. You're going to save, literally, you're going to save money because it's just reallocating the money you're spending. I tell people, you spend $8 to $12 for breakfast wherever you're at. I don't care what you do. You're going to grocery shop and you're going to stop somewhere and grab a coffee, grab a bag of chips, grab something. You're going to spend 14 to 20 for dinner if you're eating cheap driving through something. The average person spends $26 a day. This costs not even a piece of that. And what you're getting, that's not even count the vitamins coming into this, everything you're getting. It's just unbelievable, the value of what you're getting and what you save. And me being in the film industry before I retired, the convenience, I say so much time, it was unbelievable. And I felt if none of this transformation happened and I just felt the way I feel now, it'd be worth it. That's it. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, the convenience is huge. I grabbed my backpack. I know I got bars. I got some packs of shakes in there, my shaker cup, just in case my car breaks down somewhere. I'm like, I don't want to have to go to a fast food place or somewhere else. I know I've always got something right there. And yeah, like Jeff said, the convenience of, I'm running around all the time and I don't have to sit there and make a sandwich, which is horrible in the first place. But you literally take a shake it up, drink it, and you just have the best meal you could put in your body, hands down. And I still have people sometimes saying, oh, I wouldn't have time for that. Like, you wouldn't have time.
Here's a
game changing.
The products aren't up for debate. The products are not up for debate at all. It's not even part of the discussion. The products work. It's published. There's so much proven. We're around the world. So it's not the products. It's you. Do you believe in yourself that you can do this, that you can put aside the things that are haunting you, and can you make a commitment to your health? If you can make a commitment to your health, this is the vehicle that will get you there, and that's it. And if you can, that's the hardest thing about this is the belief. When you believe in yourself and when you get it right here, this is the easiest thing in the world that you'll ever do. And if you're not ready here, then nothing is still going to be easy for you. That's where you've got to get, and this is the vehicle that'll get you there.
Yep. And lastly, this is the real question here is, are you getting results when you're putting in the work? If you can say yes, then stay with what you're doing. If you're not seeing the results, then jump on Amped, because this is where it's at. If you're not seeing the results, this is where it's at. We get results.
How's that working for you, right? How's what you're doing working for you? How are you feeling? How are you looking in the mirror? If it's not where you want to be, put the nutrition in your body, and you guys, just how you're going to feel, and just knowing what we know about what it's doing to the inside of your body is why so many people who care about you are excited for you to put this in your body, just that alone. So thank you guys so much for taking your time. I'm excited to see all the future transformations. And so, like you said, Eric, when you're ready up here, it'll work, open and pour. Open and pour. There's the instructions. So, all right, night everyone, and we'll have the recording for anybody who wants it. Free shipping this week, value pack.
Yes, you can.
Thank you,
guys.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Isagenix!
Yes, you can.
Bye, guys. Thanks so much for joining us.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.